Hi, I'm Karthi Manikaraj. Now we're going to see about file system and the partition or storage administration in Linux. In the previous class, we see about file system information. In this session, we're going to see about partition or storage administration in Linux. So, in Windows, we can see and created different type of partitions like a primary partition, logical, some virtual partitions. So like that wise how in Linux what are the type of partition is available: logical, swap, LVM, then right different type of partition is available in Linux. So this is very important, and most of the Linux administration lagging in this concept. This is very much useful and very easy to create. So totally how I'm going to teach about four partition: logical swap and logical partition with LVM, and how to extend and reduce the partition. First we going to see about logical partition. So now I am going to create a 2 GB partition and going to mount in software folder. Yes, the first one. I open the terminal, maximize the size. So fdisk is a partition manipulator used to create a partition. See, I have connected HDB as my second dot disk. So fdisk space or disk name, device name. See, it will ask M for help. It shows the list of option to create a delete, then change the partition ID, and a lot of option is there. You can read one by one. D for delete a partition, M for print this menu, N add a new partition, print partition table, then Q for quit, then T to change the partition ID, then W save. So this kind of option is there. First I am going to create a logical partition 2 GB using N to add a new partition. It will as extended or primary. So I am going to create a primary partition. The partition number is 1. First cylinder, whenever you create a starting cylinder will be enter. Now I am going to create a 2 GB plus. See how to enter the size, plus size and kilobyte, megabyte or gigabyte, plus 2 gigabyte, 2 GB partition I created. So auto verify, click, press P, it will show SDB created as a Linux partition 2 GB. Save and quit. So whenever you create a partition, so reboot the machine. Unit 6. Root Red Hat. After rebooting the operating system, what is the next step? So I'm going to format a 2 GB partition. Open in terminal. So zoom the screen. mkfs.ext4. This is a command to format the partition HDB1. So I format the partition. Then create the mount point /software mkdir/software. So I have to create partition. After creating the folder, This is file system table. In this table contains permanent entry of the partition. After creating partition, you have to enter here sdb1 slash software. This is called permanent mount entry ext4 defaults. Zero. The first one is my device name, then second one where I am going to mount, then third one is ext4 file system type. This is the default permission of the hard disk, then 0 have some meaning, we'll see in the LVM partition. So after put entry into the FS tab, mount space -a. So how to check df-h. See, I have created 2GB partition sdb1 and mounted to software. These are the steps to create a logical partition. The next one, swap. How to create swap partition. So I am going to create 512 MB. So same fdisk command /dev sdb new partition, same primary partition, second one enter, first cylinder enter, then size of the partition 512 MB. In the last cylinder I mentioned my cylinder partition size, then click P. Say SDB2 it created 512 MB, but the system ID is 83, so have to change the system partition ID. T partition number is 282. Now check P, it will change to swap partition. That's it. WQ, then whenever you create a partition you should reboot the machine. After creating swap partition, so I'm going to format my swap partition. After format, I'm going to mount a swap partition. Yeah, login as the user root. Okay. After creating partition, it's on the screen. mk swap. This is the command to format the swap partition sdb2. Then the permanent mount fs step entry. /device sdb2 swap. I'm going to mount in swap. I have formatted as swap. Default permission was in this partition 0/0. Then how to mount the partition, swap partition. Swap on -s, it will show us the already created partition. So mount the swap partition, swap on -a. See, sdb2 is created as a swap partition. This is the steps to create a swap partition in Linux. The next one, most important one in partition administration, logical partition. So already I created 2GP partition as a logical partition. Then what is this logical partition with LVM? What is the difference between normal logical partition and LVM partition? See, if I create a logical partition, I created example 10GP software. Then LVM also same as 10GP partition. So if I want to extend, give extra 5GP for the logical partition, it is not possible. So I want to extend and reduce the size of the partition, not possible in the logical partition. But if I created as a LVM, it is possible to add some size, also reduce the size of the partition. This is the main difference between logical partition and logical partition with LVM. So normally we called LVM a normal partition. So first, how to create a logical partition. So I have mentioned some example. In virtualization I create a 6GB, I give 2GB for VMware and 2GB for Citrix. Then how to reduce and access? First we create a LVM partition, using fdisk command sdb new partition, primary one, third one, first cylinder, enter. So last cylinder mention 6GB, check. So HDB3 created as a Linux partition, so I have to change the type. Third one, Linux LVM ID is 8E, so it is changed into Linux LVM. This third one is Linux LVM. I have changed. 7 quit init 6, reboot your machine. Okay, in fdisk I have created LVM. Then what are the steps to create a LVM? We have to convert 3 level: physical volume, volume group, then LVM. The 3 step if you done means you created as a LVM partition. See, let me see. Route. Okay, open the terminal, maximize the size, pv create slash device sdb3. First you have to convert as a pv create. See pvs command. So 6GB I have created as a physical volume. Then next conversion vg create. So where it is my volume groups name. This is the second conversion, sdp3. So vgs. So in my virtualization group, 6GB is the size, 6GB still not used. So pvs. See, sdb is created as a virtualization. Okay, fine. lb create hyphen capital L 2GB for VMware slash dev. Then again 2GB for Citrix. See lbs command. I created 2 LVM, one is called Citrix, 2GB, VMware for 2GB. Check your volume group size. So actual size of the volume group 6GB. I created 2 LVM. Still I have 2GB space. So now I create a folder for mount the space VMware mkdir citrix. Fine. So next, format the LVM partition. ext4 slash device virtual VMware. Same thing, mkfs.ext4 slash dev virtualization, then citrix. Okay, I created two folder. Then permanent mount using fstab file. Slash device where it VMware, where I'm going to mount VMware ext4 defaults 1 space 2. So the first one is I mentioned the partition want to backup. In future example, the partition is going to corrupt. That case I want to backup is called dump. So that case I have to mention 1. The second value is I mentioned 2. So whenever my machine is rebooting, it going to check your file system every time. So that case I use 2, file system check. That's second one. citrix. Oh, I format ext4 defaults 1 space 2. So after entering the step entry 1 space hyphen df hyphen 1 space hyphen e and df hyphen h, so it will show the 2 GB. So successfully I created LVM. The next, LVM extend and reduce. So in my virtualization I have 6 GB free space. I am going to give 1 GB to VMware. I am going to reduce 1 GB to Citrix. So this is most important in examination also. So it's very simple. First I check the volume group size. So 2 GB is free. In out of 6 GB I already used 4 GB. Still 2 GB is available. See, my VMware size now 2 GB. After extending the size, it's going to be 3 GB. So LV extend hyphen capital L plus 1 GB slash dev virtualization VMware. Yeah. Then resize to fs hyphen p slash dev virtualization VMware. So df see your size lbs VMware is 3 GB, VGS so only 1 GB is free. Then df hyphen h, see 3 GB, VMware is 3 GB. Okay, fine. The next one, LVM reduce. This is very important one. First you have to unmount the partition. Citrix, yeah, unmounted. Then e2 fsck hyphen f slash dev. Have to check your partition. Sorry, actually, yeah, right. First unmount the partition, then e2 fsck hyphen f slash dev virtual citrix. It will check all the files and directory. After that, resize to fs command, then which partition, virtual citrix, and then you change into 1 GB. It will check availability. Suppose if any data is there, mean it will show your data going to be lost like that. Then finally enter your command lb reduce hyphen capital L 1 GB. Citrix. Yes. Then mount space hyphen a df hyphen. First check LBS. It is 1 GB. Then your VGS. It shows that 1 GB added into your group 2 GB. Then check your actual partition. Yeah. Okay. This is the steps to reduce and extend the partition. Okay, I'm going to complete this partition levels. So this is the in this session we see the logical swap, logical partition with LVM, then LVM extend and reduce. Thank you so much. In this level, one of the most important is right partition. It is too big, that's why I split into our next video. Okay, thank you so much. Bye.